How's it going, guys? Welcome back to this week's video. Today is the 9th of February 2025, and months ago, way back last year, around the start of September time, I actually started this video, and today we're going to get it finished. So I'll take you back to the start of September when it was still sunny, when I was still living next door, when I was still using the shed. And we actually started this video. Now, because I was using a different phone then, obviously we lived in a different place. Over time, I've lost one of the files where I actually started prepping the rocker cover. So it kind of kicks in a little bit late. So I do apologise for that, but there's not much I can do now. So here we are. I'll send you back to September. So this is where I'm at the moment. As you can see, it's all sort of started to come off, and I have just scraped a couple of bits off. But I think when I did it the first time, I don't think I put enough of this on there. I was being a bit tight with it, so I just put some more in my little pot, my little Pepsi pot. I'm literally just gonna sort of try and put loads on there, like over the top loads. So instead of, I think before I was like, brushing it on like this kind of thing, all thin, but now I'm just going to leave it in massive sort of blobs and clumps. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll get back to you in a bit and show you what it's like. There it is, guys. I've given it another thick and heavy coat. As you can see, it's all gloopy. Literally tried to slap that on there like a 5-year-old with an art project and a PVA glue and a brush. That is basically how I've tried to do it. I tried to do it at first being all fine and even and stuff. Nah, forget that, slap it all on. This stuff has done a great job of getting it off so far, and in there it has all started to come off anyway, but I've given it another coating because unfortunately I keep leaving it for ages. So today I'm going to try and finish it. Have got the paint, and I'll show you just now. We've got this metallic spray paint, and obviously this is a similar colour to what it's supposed to turn out like, which does kind of match my wrap, which is what ideally I wanted. One thing I did forget to say is you have to leave that for an hour, so I'm going to leave that for an hour now and then come back to it, and I'm actually going to jet wash it off because I don't know of another way of getting all of that paint and whatever's on there off it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. Just done a little test piece from that can that I bought on there, so put that in the sun. So technical here. Put that in the sun for a bit and we'll see what it looks like. So I've opened the gate up there, so obviously none of the overspray or crap or anything goes back in that way, but none of it matters because it's all got to come down. But this is what we've done, and yeah, I'm just gonna give it a spray. It's only probably been like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, so it's not the full time that I should have left it for, but I'm just gonna go with it. I just want to see what happens, to be honest. But yeah, you can still see there's obviously gloops of it still sat in the chambers there, but yeah, let's give it a jet wash. Got the jet wash set up. Give that a quick jet wash over and see what it looks like. It has worked to a degree, but I kind of blame myself really for not leaving it on there as long as I should have done. It's got rid of quite a lot because there's bits of mush everywhere, all over the shed, the gates, it's all on the floor. So it has worked, but I'm now going to have to let this dry a bit and apply a bit more, and I think it'll be fine because there are still bits that are quite, so yeah, is this bit, yeah, it's still quite, it's not hard, but it's not as hard as it was, but yeah. But yeah, we'll leave that to dry in the sun for a minute and then we'll apply another coat and we should be good to go then. Okay, so I've just give that another jet wash and it didn't really work all that well, so I got this. It was what I was using for tucking in bits of wrap, and I've just been sort of scraping it off and it's worked a lot better. I am going to put one more coat of the paint stripper on here, but yeah, it's the jet wash. I don't know if it was then the water hitting it and doing whatever, but it hasn't worked all that great. But you can see bits of grey where it's still coming off, so gonna keep keep on with this instead. This is a much better idea. So one more coat, one more of these, and then we should be good to get it in primer. So as you will have seen from that, we got to the point where we got most of the paint and whatever else was on there off. But then we had a load of stuff happen, like obviously moving and trying to take that shed down and all the rest of it. So I'll kick you forward a couple of months to last month, which I started around the 1st of January. So here we go. So after way too long, guys, I'm going to try and get back on with this and try and get it finished. It is fairly smooth already, but I'm gonna give it a bit of a light sand just to take off any last little bits, and then I'm going to give it a coat of primer, and hopefully that will show me a lot. This is how I've finished for the day. Obviously with all the sand and that's creating a lot of dust, and that's sat all under there unfortunately. There was a lot of paint from the previous attempt at painting it from someone, was all under there, so I had to get all that out as well, but just rinsed it all off. Obviously kind of let all that dry, and then we'll come back, hit it with some primer, and then see how it looks on there. So I have now masked up, as you can see, and basically that is ready for some primer. So once the primer goes on, that will show up any imperfections that I may have missed. Maybe if I've gone too hard with the sanding in certain places and it's scored the actual plastic, so I'd need to sort of sand that out. Anything like that, the primer going on there will show me exactly what needs to be done. So yeah, we'll crack on with that, and I'll pull you in after and show you the results. So that's had about 3 light mist coats go over it, and it hasn't come out too badly, I don't think, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to give it one more coat, just like a bit of a heavier one. We'll let that sit in front of the heater for a bit longer, dry, and then I'll be able to start sanding. Right, I had a little run on there, so I've sanded that out, and that's no longer there. And I'm literally just about to start spraying the metallic red onto it, so wiped it all down. Hopefully this turns out all right. After numerous coats of red and sort of reapplying stuff to try and get bits that I'd missed, like under there, I've managed to get it finished, and I've threw some lacquer over it. The lacquer I've used isn't the best, I'm not going to lie, but because I'm impatient and forgot to get some better stuff, this is what we're using. But for a rattle can job in my garage, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks all right. There's a couple of little bits that I'm going to fix once this is fully cured. Just maybe give it a little bit of a wet sand and maybe give it a quick polish or something like that. But if I was to throw that on the car, I don't think it'd be too bad, to be fair. It's only an engine cover, isn't it? You know, so it'll be what it'll be. But I am happy with how it's turned out. So hope you guys like it too. And obviously, once it's on and then we're at shows and stuff, you'll be able to see what a rattle can job looks like in a cold shed. So it is finally time for me to change this rocker cover over. Looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. A couple of bits you'll probably know anyway that have got to come out. Obviously this got to be disconnected, so is this. This has got to come out, this has got to be disconnected, this got to be taken off. That's got to be moved. I'm not sure if that'll have to be moved just yet, but we'll might be able to shimmy it out the way without. Obviously move the wires out the way as well. And I think what I'll do is when I undo that one, I'll take this off anyway, just to move it out the way, plug the hole up, and yeah, basically undo these bolts, and that should be that. And just like that, we're sealed up, hopefully. So obviously I've put the seal around there, sealant on there. Let's make the 2 surfaces and have a jolly old time. And there we have it. That is on. Now you can see it is quite close, you know, but considering that's the wrap that is on the car, and obviously the rocker cover itself is, you know, like the new MGs that you see around. I can't even think of what the models are, but yeah, it's basically that paint code that I sprayed the rocker cover with. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. What do you guys think? You think it suits? I think that is going to come off. The wrap I've put on there is going to come off. I'll either do it black, or because it's black underneath, I might just leave it but we'll see on that one. What do you guys think? Do you think that would look better black? I also going to order a black one of those and one of those, if that's a thing. If not, I'll spray those, and I'm going to try and get a gloss black one of those cam covers for the end. But as for everything else, I'm not too sure what else to do colour wise. You know, I could probably get a black one of those, a red one of those. I went grey because obviously the car's grey. But obviously that was one of the very first mods I ever did to the car. But yeah, just want to spice it up a little bit, ready for the shows maybe, or just to make it look nicer. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below what you think. I know it's taken a long time, but just life happens, doesn't it? And I've wasted money on other things and videos and stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you next time.